Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we are from group 2 TSF2. Would like to present to all of you about geometry topic. But first of all, let me introduce our group member. Firstly, me, Mohamad, Zafran bin Zulkefli.
It's me, Mohamad, Haziq, Luqman bin Bakri.
My name is Mohamad Akif bin Mohamad Saufi.
My name is Mohamad Irfan, Mohamad Arif.
Hi, my name is Mohamad Afiq bin Azam.
And me, Faiz, Fadhillah.
Okay, let's get back to our own business. So, what is the purpose we need to learn about this chapter? First of all, when we talk about chemistry, it's all about molecule, which is consists of atom. And generally, we know that every atom is sphere in size. Every atom has different size. Every atom has their own characteristic. Okay, for example, we know that fluorine has 147 picometer in terms of its radius, while nitrogen has 155 picometer. So we can conclude that
nitrogen has smaller in size rather than fluorine atom.
So how can we know all about this? The answer is we need to learn about this chapter. In this chapter, we can see about the radius, the area of the circle, the volume of the sphere, and so on. So the first thing first, we need to learn is circle, which is the first element or the main element in constructing sphere shape. Okay, for the first subtopic, we learn about the circle. So what we need now is a big circle. So let's draw the circle using this paper and pair of compasses, which is drawing tools. Okay, let's do it. Okay, we draw a big circle. Okay, don't forget to plot the center, which is here. And then after plot and drawing the circle, we need to cut using the scissors. Okay, we have done cutting and we now have a big circle. Okay, like this. Okay, for the first thing we should know about the circle is the radius. So what is the radius? Radius is the line which is it start from the center, which is here, and go towards any point at the outer line, which is here, 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 also can here. So let's draw the radius. So start from center and go towards any point at the outer line. For example, this. So if I draw the line which is not start from the center, for example from this, and then go towards the any point at outer line, is it the radius? The answer is no. This is not the radius, because the radius should start from the center and go to any point at the outer line. Okay, secondly, we look at the diameter. What is the diameter? Diameter is the line which is straight line across the center. So for example, this, a straight line which is cross the center. A straight line which is cross the center. This is the center. So if I draw like this, which is the line not across the center, the result is this is not the diameter, because the diameter should across the center. And thirdly is circumference, which is the outer layer of the circle, known as the perimeter of the circle itself. Okay, when we talk about the circle, we familiar with the pi symbol, right? The pi symbol like this. So what is the pi symbol? Pi symbol is the ratio between the circumference of the circle and the diameter of the circle. So we generally know that the value of the pi in the simplest way is 3.142. This is the simplest value. So from this formula, we also can know the circumference of the circle by derivative of this formula. So we can conclude that circumference, which is C, is equal to the diameter multiplied with the pi symbol. So also Circumference also can we find from diameter, which is 2r, multiply with pi symbol. So we get the circumference. Okay, for the last is the area of the circle. How can we know the area of the circle? We know from the formula, which is A for area equal to pi multiply with r square, which is r is the radius of the circle itself. Okay, let's look at, for example, this circle have 6 cm in radius. So when we apply the area formula, which is A equal to pi r square, and then we make pi multiply with 36, which is 6 square, and then we approximately get 113.1 centimeter square after we round off. So the circle area is 113.1. Okay, that's all for the circle subtopic, which is we have know where the radius, where the diameter, where the circumference, how can we get the circumference, and how can we get the area of the circle. So let's move on to the next subtopic, which is volume. Thank you.
Alright Zahin, thank you for your presentation. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mohamad Haziq bin Bakri, and today I will present to you about sphere in this chapter. So let's hear it.
Today, we look at the surface area and the volume of a sphere. This is how we can draw a sphere. The dotted portion is what cannot be seen from the front view. And this is the center of the sphere. And let R be its radius. Don't forget, every point on the sphere is equidistant from its center. How do we define the surface area of the sphere? The surface area of the sphere equals to 4 pi r squared. A sphere has just one type of surface area. Its total surface area is its curved surface area, as it does not have any flat surfaces. And the volume of the sphere is given as 4 by 3 pi r cubed. At the moment, we do not need to know how we arrived at the formulae, but we will cover this topic for sure in one of our videos of higher grade mathematics. If we know the formulae for a sphere, we can easily derive the formulae for a hemisphere too. And what is a hemisphere? A hemisphere is half a sphere. Let's say it has a radius r. We have just cut the sphere horizontally and we are looking at the bottom part. Hemisphere. The first thing you should notice is that it has a flat surface and a curved surface. This tells us that unlike the sphere, the hemisphere will have a different curved surface area and total surface area. Let's look at the curved surface area first. Looking at both the figures, we can easily say that it will be half that of the surface area of the sphere. Dividing this by 2, we get 2 pi r squared. That's the curved surface area. What about the total surface area? The total surface area will be the sum of the area of the curved surface and the area of the circle on top. We have figured the area of the curved surface to be 2 pi r squared. The area of the circle on top will be pi r squared. Adding these two, we get 3 pi r squared. So the curved surface area is 2 pi r squared and the total surface area is 3 pi r squared. What about its volume? Again, the volume of the hemisphere will be exactly half that of the volume of the sphere. Dividing this by 2, we get 2 by 3 pi r cubed.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mohamad Akif bin Mohammad Saufi. We will continue on to our lesson. I will give you the example of circle equation. Okay, let's go.
So we're given the diameter of a circle, and it's 8 centimeters. Our goal is to calculate the circumference and the area of a circle. So let's draw a picture. So this is the diameter. This is 8 centimeters. The circumference is simply pi times the diameter. So it's pi times 8, or you can write it as 8 pi. So that's the exact answer of the circumference. Now, if you want to get the decimal value for that, just type in 8 pi in your calculator. And so you should get 25.1 centimeters as the circumference. So that's a rounded answer. Now the area is pi r squared. So first we need to calculate the radius. The radius is 1/2 of the diameter. So it's half of 8, which is 4 centimeters. So the area is going to be pi times 4 squared, or 16 pi. So 16 pi is the exact answer, and the units for that are square centimeters. This is in centimeters. And 16 pi is 50.27 square centimeters as a decimal, approximately. If AB is 48 and BC is 14, what is the area of the shaded region? So the area of the shaded region is the difference, AS would represent the area of the shaded region, is the difference between the area of the circle, AC, minus the area of the triangle, AT. Now the area of a circle is pi r squared. The area of a triangle, particularly a right triangle, it's 1/2 base times height. So triangle ABC, which looks like this, I'm going to draw it this way. So this is the hypotenuse. So this is vertex B, this is A, and this is C. Now AB is 48 and BC is 14. Now notice that AC is the equivalent of the diameter of the circle. If we can calculate the diameter, we can calculate the radius. Now BC is the base of the triangle. So BC is 14. So lowercase b in this equation is 14. The height of the triangle is 48. That's AB. So now we just got to calculate the radius. So let's focus on calculating the diameter first. So for a right triangle, we can use the Pythagorean theorem. C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. C is the hypotenuse, which is across the box. So that's the same as the diameter. A is going to be 14. You can make A or B 14. So if A is 14, B has to be 48. Now 14 squared is 196. 48 times 48 is 2,304. So if we add up 2304 plus 196, that will give us 2,500. And that's equal to D squared. So to calculate D, we got to take the square root of both sides. 2,500 is the same as 25 times 100. The square root of 25 is 5, and the square root of 100 is 10. So 5 times 10 is 50.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So this is the second chemistry example for subtopic circles. So this is the question. A carbon atom has a diameter of 154 picometer. For a circle with a diameter of 154 picometer, calculate the circumference and area. So remember, the pi value is 3.142. So this is how we solve the question. So as for number 1, before we find the circumference, we should find the radiated.
Oh my god, it's upload the
radius first. So given that the diameter of carbon is 154 picometer, so as we know, the diameter is equal to 2r, which is 2 radius. So we rearrange the formula and we get diameter over 2 to get radius. So just divide 154 with 2, so we get 77 picometer for the radius. So when we have the radius, so we can put the value in the circumference formula, which is C is equal to 2 pi r. So just substitute the value and we get 483.868 picometer. As for question number 2, area is equal to pi r squared. So we have find the value of radius, so just substitute the value in the formula and we get 1.86 times 10 power of negative 16 meter. So that's all from me. Thank you.
I'm going to show you the example question of sphere. So let's go. Okay, let's go to the first question. The first question asks, a fluorine atom is measured to have a radius of 5 cm. What is the volume of sphere that has 5 cm of radius? First thing first that you need to know is the formula, which is V equals to 4 over 3 times pi times r cube. Given that the radius is 5 cm, which is we just convert into the formula 4 over 3 times pi times 5r cube, and you just convert all of this to the calculator like this and just get the answer, which is 500 over 3 given like this. So the answer is 523.598 8 cm cube. Okay, that's all for the first question. Okay, let's go to the next question. The next question asks, what is the radius of a sphere that has a volume of 216 pi cm cube? What you need to know the first is the same question, which is formula. Volume equals to 4 over 3 times pi times r cube. So you just need to convert here to 16 pi equals to 4 over 3 pi r cube. So you need to cancel both pi like this and you will get like this, 216 4 over 3 r cube. You need to get rid the number 3 here. So what you need to do is multiply both sides by 3 like this and you will get like this, 648 equals to 4 r cube. So you need to stay the r here and just single r. So what you need to do is divide both sides by 4 and you will get like this, 162 equals to r cube. The last thing you need to do is just we need to find the radius, single radius. So you need to cube root both sides like this. And you will get the answer here, 162 5.45 cm r. So the radius is 5.45 cm. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, now let's do the question about the area surface of a sphere. Okay, the question is, what is the area surface of a sphere that has a radius of 5 cm? Okay, as we know, the formula of area surface is ES equal to 4 pi r square. Okay, so just substitute. Okay, just as we know, the radius is 5, so substitute the r with 5, bracket r5 square, it will become 4, okay, for pi 25 and it become 100 pi cm square, or we just put it in the calculator, this one or this, so we can get this. And another one, change to the decimal point, it become 314.16 cm square. Okay, so that's the answer. Okay, now we're gonna do some other question that is quite harder. It's some problem solving. The question is here. The volume of a sphere is 772 pi meter cube. What is the surface area of the sphere? Okay, so the formula of sphere is V equals to 4/3 pi r cube. Okay, so we're going to substitute the anything we got. So we got the volume is 972 pi, so equal it 4/3 pi r cube. So we're gonna simplify it. So pi we can subtract already, can cancel, and then let's make this r being single. Okay, so we're gonna do 972 equals to 4/3 r cube. Okay, so we're gonna time with 3 and divide by 4. The same goes here, time with 3 and divide by 4. Okay, so all is left is r cube equals to 729. Okay, so just root here and here, so r equals to 9. So we put it into the formula of surface area. So it's gonna be like this. The formula is for pi and then 9. Just now the radius is 9 and square. And then let's solve it. Become 4 pi and 81 here will become 3 to 4 pi, and the unit is meter square. Okay, that's all from me.